What's the word? It's your boy Finesse Hustle, back with another installment of Hood Prison Stories. Shout out to D Rizzle 653, watching all the way from Australia. Well, like always, I'm gonna get right into it. So I'm in Moose Lake. It's in Minnesota, Moose Lake. I'm in the prison out there. I had just got kicked out of boot camp. They got a prison boot camp. It's like right down the street, so that's where you go to go there to get transferred there, and that's where you go to if you get if you get kicked out that motherfucker. So I had got kicked out. That's a whole nother story. Goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? So so now I'm there working in the kitchen. So I'm trying to get to another unit, but like the side I'm on, I'm trying to go on the other side of this gate, but we still in the prison or whatever. But I'm still like, so that unit I'm trying to go to called Unit 35. So that unit, it ain't connected to the whole building. So Moose Lake Prison, the whole structure is just a building, and then you got a little work area, like it's called industry, where you make balloons and shit. So the place where I was at, they had some industry workers over there and shit. I'm just trying to paint a picture for y'all so y'all can see what type of people was over there. So they had the industry workers. So, in prison lingo, it's some money floating around or whatever. So, yeah. So that's the setting. It's money floating around. So it's a lot of gambling. It's a lot of whoever got prison talents, you cut hair, you know what I'm saying? You know how to play cards real good. You cooking prison food, you know what I'm saying? So like everybody want to be in that dorm and in 35. So in 35, it's more of the industry workers over there. So I was on the waiting list to go to the industry, so that's why I was over there. You know what I'm saying, between them two units, but ultimately I was trying to get over there. So with that being said, across the hall is another unit where they got kitchen workers and shit like that, and a few industry workers. You know what I'm saying? They try to keep everybody that's working right there towards that end of the prison on that side of the building, because the job, you got to walk outside, so it's closer. You know what I'm saying? So it was this dude that came from another prison called Stillwater. So that's like the max. These guys liars. So that's like the max or whatever. So over there, the story was he killed the police and he was Vicelord, but low key he was getting extorted. So by the Vicelords. So that was the move that they put together so that nobody would peep gang. So Minnesota is real smooth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be thinking though. You know what I mean? The Vicelords, they real smooth out here. You know what I'm saying? Low key and shit. So they had them in the pocket or whatever. So I explained in my other videos that the more time you got, the higher your custody level at. So that's going to determine what prisons you go to and what custody level the prisons is. So at the time, he had a few years. So we really don't know. I think he probably was low-key locked up for like a weird murder or a sex case. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the story was he murdered somebody because he did have a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So basically, he had some little money out there. His people had some money, all kind of shit. He was tied to some bread where he could get money. He had access to the money. So basically, he was getting extorted. I'm talking about, like, I say, when I found out about it and P game and got to play or whatever, it was he was already in like 8,000. But what happened was why it started to get exposed because he was at the other prison. So they knew that he was finna move around or whatever. So as he moved around, they found out what prison he was going to. They end up sending word down there. So it ain't like how you see in the movies or whatever, or like old TV shows, like, oh, we finna send a kite down there. They just basically get on the phone and see like who in what prison or whatever, and that's how they do it. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody check the list like such and such. You know what I'm saying? He in this prison. Can you see? And somebody find out how to get a list and see who in here, see who came, because they'll know what day he left or whatever. So basically, everybody that was at the other prison that was Vicelords, once they seen that he was there with them now, they was trying to get back on the move. But now, you know, it's different politics, it's different players in the game and shit. So, you know, now everybody kind of peeping game and shit. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody want their hand in on it. So like it went from being a whole gang to like individual gang members putting their homies up on game like, hey, I got the white boy or whatever, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So once they seen how the move was going, everybody was kind of like pulling them off to the side, pressuring them on their own little move, you know what I'm saying? So it got out of hand. So like, you know, it ain't no honor amongst these. It ended up to where some of the Stones got into it with the Vicelords, some of the Vicelords clicking up with a GD, a Bree. It was just all kind of chaos over this white boy and his bread. But it go down like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Minnesota joints, they pretty smooth, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on where you at, you know? But yeah, that was just shit, how that shit be down there, because you don't really want to fight because it is a smooth little joint, you know what I'm saying? You be out your cell, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really like a lot of lockdown. It's like a group setting in a building. Like you will walk in the wing and then they'll have cells, but they not locked all throughout the day. You could just walk out the cell. They got a phone room, you know what I'm saying? You got a little bit more privacy. You wash your own clothes. What else? Shit, they got vending machines, microwaves. So everything be done on the low. So, but every now and then, shit'll get blown out proportion. So basically, long story short, he ended up having to go to the police and let him know what was going on, because it was just too many people coming at him. Once somebody in the gang had a voice of reason, like, why the fuck is we beefing over dude? You know what I'm saying? So now that just to prove a point, they had to really go crazy. So now he done walked around with a black eye, having to stay in the cell, because they really putting the pressure down on him. But everybody want they cut still. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shit, I ain't gonna talk y'all head off, man. Like I said, I'm gonna keep coming with these motherfuckers. They all in the head.